reading this book called The Psychology of Sales, or The Psychology of Selling, and I like this concept that I read in this book. The concept that I read is called self-concept. How do you perceive yourself, right? In the sales environment, if you want to be in the top 20% of salesmen that make 80% of the profits, you need a high self-concept. You need to see yourself as somebody who's gonna pick up the phone and sell, right? And this is hard for some of us, right? Our self-concept sometimes, if you're like me, it's either you're like, I'm shy. If you tell everybody I'm shy, I don't like talking to people, they're gonna see you as shy and you're gonna see yourself as shy. But if you tell everybody, oh, I think I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty good at talking to people. People would think, wow, he's confident, right, for saying that. Because when have you ever heard somebody say that? Unless they're extremely confident, they wouldn't say that. So if you say that to somebody, then that just boosts your self-confidence or like your self-concept, right? So if you think of yourself as somebody who is wealthy, right, somebody who has a wealthy mindset, who can achieve what he wants, right? If he wants to make $5,000 a month, he can make $5,000 a month because he says, I like myself, right? I am the best. I'm the best in my industry, right? I have this skill set. Doing that, bro, making yourself better, right? Thinking that you are better can actually really benefit you, right? Because it'll give you the confidence, especially when it comes to sales. Whenever it comes to just something you want to do, your self-concept is very important. If you have a low self-concept, right, you think of yourself as this weak person who's just gonna do what anybody says, then what plays into your self-concept is your self-esteem. Your self-esteem is how you feel about yourself, right? What happens in our everyday lives, right? Our self-esteem is how we perceive things, right? How do we see things? If we see things in a negative way, our self-esteem is going to be down low. If we see things positively, our self-esteem is going to be high, right? Now, if something bad happens, let's say you're feeling sick, your self-esteem is going to be low, right? Because you're sick, right? So let's say, this is another, since the book I'm reading is about sales, this is going to be about sales. So if you're sick and you make a sales call, you're not going to be as good as if you weren't sick and you had like a happy day, like you just had a nice conversation with your wife or your girlfriend, right? You're gonna feel amazing. You feel happy. You're not sick. You're just grateful for what just happened. Like, oh my god, that conversation with my wife was awesome. Now next time you pick up and call a prospect, what's gonna happen? You're gonna feel awesome, bro. You're like, all right, yes sir, you know. Here's my product, blah blah blah. I'm still getting used to sales, but you know what I mean. And boom, he sells, and he sells again, and he sells again because of how good his self-esteem is. But if he's sick, he's not gonna make as many sales because he just doesn't feel 100%. So your self-esteem and your self-concept are very important in any aspect of life, honestly. Because I keep saying think about this, but you gotta think about this. If your self-concept is high, right, and if your self-concept is high, then your self-esteem is high. If your self-esteem is high, then you have no fear of rejection, and you basically have no fear of what other people think of you. So imagine that. Like if you're in self-improvement, I know you want to start an online business. That's a given. If not, you want to have a dream job, right? Either one. Now imagine this. You wouldn't be afraid of going into an interview. You wouldn't be afraid of calling that next client. You wouldn't be afraid, not client, prospect. You wouldn't be afraid of just doing some stuff because you have a high self-perception. You have high self-concept, high self-esteem. Now imagine if you could do that, right? You wouldn't have a fear of rejection. You wouldn't care what other people think. And if you fail, you'd go again, right? So what I'm trying to make out of this video is stop thinking negatively. Stop thinking negatively about yourself and stop telling people that, oh, I'm shy, I'm weak, you know? Instead, tell like, all right, I'm a pretty confident person. I think I could speak. I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm one of the best salesmen, right? Or to yourself, you could say, I am the best salesman in my industry, or I'm the best basketball player in my basketball team. I'm the most charismatic guy in school, you know, like that's crazy, but you know, like something like that. So a little exercise you should do is affirmations. And I know they sound silly and but this is a concept from a book. If you say I like myself, I like myself, I like myself, it raises your self-concept, which raises your self-esteem, and you'll feel better about yourself. Alright, so it can't just be I like myself. It could also be like the one I wrote over here is I make $5,000 a month. Alright? I make $5,000 a month. I am confident. I am charismatic. Right? Or like whatever you want to be, just write a sentence and say it 120 times a day, right? Every single day. You're gonna start believing. You're gonna trick your unconscious mind. Damn, I'm confident, bro. Like, it may sound a little crazy at first, but if you try it maybe for a month, 3 months, just affirmations every single day, your mind is gonna get tricked into thinking, dude, I'm not shy, what the heck? I'm confident as hell. And if it's in your unconscious mind, like these unconscious habits that we have, it's gonna be a habit that whenever you're in a situation like that, your mind is gonna tell you, dude, you're confident, what the heck are you doing? You know, like, it's gonna bring you up. Like, this book is awesome, bro. So like, there's gonna be a lot of concepts off this book, but this is honestly, after reading like 40, 50 pages, this is the concept that I really liked out of this book. So try applying it. Affirmations, improving your self-concept, your self-esteem, and later not being afraid of rejection, right? And this can apply to anything, right? You know what? You guys keep improving. Peace.